What's up? Techno here with Sick and the Realist. Everybody here on time.
Here.
What? That's a
That's
first.
I have to wait for the headset to connect.
What it do? What it do, Reels?
What it do, baby?
What's up? Yeah. Another week of fun, another week of drama, and another week of, I'm feeling like shit all week too, man. And after like one little cough, I start having these back spasms in my lower back. It pissed me off. It's like,
Yikes.
Aging is a bitch, man.
Yeah.
Man. All right. I don't even know how to start off, man. All I know, I have fun at QuakeCon. I think they.
So you did go. So you did go to QuakeCon, bro?
I still go. Yeah, I still went there, and then.
No, why ain't saying that? Look, because you were saying you weren't going.
I'll tell you why. I don't think you heard the story when I said why in my previous show, right?
Yeah.
And then we got to play a Battlefield 6 during QuakeCon, which was a lot of fun. And I finished Avowed, and then I got sick, and I'm still feeling it. And then I got a back spasm, which is I never got before that lasted that long. And then I'm here with you guys. Ha!
And then there was Battlefields in between all of that.
Battlefield.
Because bro, the kids were asking, Daddy, are we going to QuakeCon? I said, man, I don't think he's gonna go this year.
Yeah.
And then you end up going.
So I end up going, and oh crap, here you go. End up going, and yes, I did say originally that I was not, and I was already set on not going. Okay, and then a little bit after that, my buddies that I used to go with, they all moved away. Okay, they no longer live here in Texas; they're in like North Carolina, I think, and they say, "Hey, are you gonna go to QuakeCon?" I was like, dude, I told you I told you guys, I announced it in our Discord channels that I'm not going. He's like, come on, man, we're planning to go, like the guys in North Carolina. And I was like, I can't. I was like, and I told him why. I was like, I lost income, and I was like, I lost my job and all that. I can't promise to take the expense of this event because I don't know when I'm gonna get a job, and I figure I'll have one by now, but I don't. Right? I don't have anything. And so I'm glad, at that time I said, I'm not going to commit to a hotel and pay for everything that I would have paid for to be at QuakeCon. And then they're like, all right. And then they came back later and they said, hey, look, would you go? It's like, we're going to get your ticket, your seat. And I was like, man, I don't need all that, man. I was like, I'll just skip out. I was like, I've been to plenty of these. It's like, I don't need to go. He's like, nah, because we're all going. Everybody that we all originally met up before, we're all going to go. We'll get your seat. Don't worry about it. I was like, man, and I kept fighting. I was like, nah, man, I can't do that. I was like, I can't accept. Nah, we're going to pay for it, okay? And so they paid for my seat, right? Just mine. And my son, he only got the entrance where he was able to hang out, but that was it. He wasn't able to stay. And so that was it. So they paid for my seat. And I don't know how he dealt with the hotel. So I just slept on the floor in their hotel room, right? The 2 days that I was there, and hung out with them, with the original people that been with. And I kind of felt bad. My son wasn't able. He was there for one day, but I couldn't bring him the rest of the weekend just because, I didn't have an extra seat for him because I didn't pay for it, and then he couldn't stay with us because I didn't have a hotel room. It was already packed the way it was. There was like 5-6 people in the room, right? And that was that. And so that's how I end up going, and just being there because they pretty much sponsored it for me. I didn't pay for it. So
Cool.
But next year, I mean,
Real bros.
This is a year from now, so by then I should have something. You never know. But I would say, let's plan something when it starts coming up. That way we can get hotel rooms and everything. I already told my son, I was like, you can come and you can bring 2 of your friends and they can stay at the hotel room. Right? It's like they just have to pay that. They just have to pay their seat, right? Their seat to be at the BYOC, and then I'll just get the hotel room and you guys can stay there during the weekend. He's like, okay, that sounds good. That way, because last time, he was there with me and Realist, but he was like the only kid, right? And not that it bothered him because he was gaming the whole time. But I'm sure he would have had a better time if he had a couple of friends there walking around with, So, and that's how I got there. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here. You can't hear us?
Yeah. And so, there you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right. Well, so
It's all good, bro.
yeah. So what was it like? What was going on there? What did you see?
Okay. So compared to last year, and Realist was there. To Realist, it was his first time. So what he saw was like, oh man, this is amazing. To me, it was scaled back last year compared to previous years, right? Because I was kind of upset about that. I was like, dude, this is scaled back. It's like, this is so weak, right? And then this year, it was scaled back again compared to last year. So last year, they had a whole separate room for the vendors to promote their stuff, right? You go to the room next door, and there's vendors from big makers to indie makers, and they have all their promotions and whatever they're doing, right? This time, instead of having a whole separate room, they had it within the BYOC. So you'll see some, it's just imagine a big rectangle. And one side's the back wall, which there was nothing but power and like the network area. So that was left alone. But the other three remaining sides were where the vendors were, right? Like NVIDIA was there, AMD, like right next door to each other. You got the chair people, the gaming chair people that were there in one section. You got the like others just kind of spread out throughout against the walls in the BYOC area, which has never been done before. That was the first time I've seen it like that, right? And to me, I was like, okay, this is weak. I was like, the vendor expo area to me is better when it has their own separate room and they have their big displays of whatever they have, right? And this time they were all inside the BYOC where everybody can have easy access, which is I understand that. At the same time, it's just like, okay, they could have put it in the other room, right? But the other room where the vendors used to be is where they had tons of tables for tabletop games, like board games, right? They had some couches there, so people can relax. They had some indie vendors also there to do their thing. But the majority of the room was taken up by tables. And I'm like, dude, what a waste of space here. They could have invited more people or more vendors, like big name vendors, to promote their items and get the attendees all excited. So again, to me, it felt way scaled back than last year, and a lot of wasted space in the area where the vendors used to be. Right. But people still enjoyed it. People still say it's growing. I think it's still the same capacity. Nothing's really changed. But it just seems like it's just scaling backward to the point where I don't think any vendors are going to come out eventually. It's just like maybe the two, maybe NVIDIA, AMD is probably like the only one's going to be left to show up there.
Dang, man. So it's dead, is what you're saying.
That's the way I see
dying.
it. Now people going to the BYOC, I mean, it's completely sold out, right? And it's not all, the BYOC it's never been about just the gaming part and not just, sitting at your seat playing games. That's a big part of it. And you're also there, to hang out with your friends you haven't hung out in a long time, right? Like I did. Right?
See custom PCs, all types of stuff.
Yeah, look at the custom PC, kind of admire them because there were a lot of good builds there. But when I go to a festival or some sort of conference, I like to look at the products. Not that I'm going to buy anything, but it's nice to see you take some pictures, maybe possibly buy it later on. But they didn't have like anything like really that it really popped to me, right? The only thing that I saw that was pretty badass is that they had a computer build themed after Doom. It was this huge shield with the chainsaw thing going around it.
Nice.
Right. And the thing was rotating too. So
Wow.
yeah, I mean slow. I mean, of course you're not gonna get cut with it, but it looked amazing. It looked badass.
It sounds metal as fuck.
Yeah, it was metal. Yeah, very metal. And so yeah, they had some pretty good.
Pun intended.
Yeah. And then I got AI'd into the Doom universe, right?
Oh, word. Yeah, I saw that. You posted
saw that?
Cool.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I look fucking badass now.
You should use that. You should use that.
Yes.
You should use that. It makes you look like a custodian from Warhammer 40K.
Oh
the
man,
golden armor.
It was like that AI thing. I was like, damn. It was like, I need to start working out so I can look like that, man. But you know, I still had fun, even though I noticed these things that QuakeCon looks like it's just, I don't know, man. It's scaling back big time.
On life support.
Huh?
I said on life support.
Yeah.
No,
I'm curious if people are heading out to DreamHack. I think, but I've never been to one.
I'm hearing a lot of people talking about DreamHack, so.
But I've never been to one yet, and it's here locally too. So
you should go.
I may have to just go like as an attendee and not bring my stuff because they also have a LAN party, right?
Yeah, just go and see what's up.
And go see what's up, because if it's more a hype than what I'm seeing here with QuakeCon, because QuakeCon just, to me, it looks like it's going downhill, right?
Yeah, DreamHack is the more popular thing in 2025. Let's be honest.
And then, you know, if I go, I don't know when DreamHack is. I think it already happened, but if I have a chance and just go as an attendee just to check it out, then I'll go check it out and be like, you know what, I'm probably start moving over to DreamHack. Yep.
So you get there at the house that built Quake and Doom and all these things. But most people are playing Battlefield, I'm sure. But before we get to that, was there any like press conferences and stuff?
That was a thing. I didn't see any.
You didn't see anything?
Even the talking point or the keynotes that people have usually where they talk about stuff, there was nothing.
Yeah.
They had nothing.
It's just the LAN party and
It was a LAN party. It was the competitions that they usually have, you know, Quake competitions.
And the vendors.
And then the vendors. And then, of course, the Master Pancake thing, which is where they riff. Oh, okay. So Master Pancake is, what it is it's a comedy group based in Austin. And what they do is they pick a movie and they just riff it, right? They make fun of it. They have commentaries over the movie and everything. They edit the movie with certain things to make it funnier, right? Then at some point, they stop the movie and they start acting out a scene, okay?
Oh.
And usually, they pick out a few audience people to participate in the acting part because it's funnier that way, right?
Okay.
And it really is. It is funnier that way when they pick out random people out of the crowd to participate with part of this scene that they're going to act out, right? Because they have costumes and everything to play along. And it's just like, it's funny. It's like 30 minutes of just funny when they actually start acting that part out, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole event of Master Pancake is about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at most, okay? Well, last year, and this is what gets realist because he was there, but he didn't. He was there when the guy jumped. So there was one guy. They were asking like, "What are your talents?" There was like 4 people, and one guy said, "I can front flip off the stage and land on my feet."
I remember that.
You remember that video? Okay, and he never
Yeah.
did. He landed on his ass and like,
wow.
like he got up pretending like nothing hurt and it actually hurt, right?
Yeah.
Well, because of that incident, they didn't have any participation of audience participation.
Oh, because of one stupid moron.
Because of one stupid moron, right?
Oh, it's always one stupid moron. I hate one stupid moron, yo. They need to ban that guy.
They brought it up. They were on stage. They were doing their introductions of who's who and everything and what they're going to do, which movie they're going to play. And then they brought up the fact is like, we usually pick somebody out of the audience, but this year we were asked to not because of last year, right? And we all knew what it was because he kept making jokes about the flipping thing, right?
Thanks a lot, one stupid moron.
Yeah. Well, the guy was there. The guy.
One stupid moron was there. Oh no.
Yes, the guy was there because I saw him at the end of the show when the main comedic guy came downstairs to kind of greet and handshake everybody. Now I stepped up to him. I said, "Hey man, great show, yada yada, still funny, and everything." And then right after I said, thanks, the guy that flipped was there. Like he was right there, like saying, "Hey, it's me," and he's like, the comedic guy's like, "Oh yeah, it's you," you know.
Damn.
And so because of that guy, I don't know if it's just this year or from here on out that they cannot have, audience to participate because it could be.
Thanks a lot, one
It's
stupid
an
guy.
insurance, a liability thing, you know.
Fucking one stupid guy, man.
Always.
I hate that motherfucker. It's always one stupid guy.
Always. And realized like he was like, oh.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to do it because I knew like he didn't look good.
Yeah.
He looked like he was going to do something stupid. It looked like it wasn't going to work. So
yeah.
Oops.
And so yeah. So he ruined it for this year where no random participants could jump on the stage and be part of the thing. I thought when he said nobody could be on the stage, I thought for sure they'll still be able to get somebody, but stay off the stage, right? Be on the floor, right? And that wasn't the case.
Yeah,
they just didn't pick anybody at all.
Huh.
And I'm like, that sucks. Yeah.
What a shit. Because of one stupid guy.
Yeah, the one stupid guy. What it was.
he was daring. He ain't call him stupid. he was under the influence too.
Oh yeah.
Man, you're always a soft-hearted one when to take up for morons, bro.
Because everybody's hard on morons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, there's me, my AI.
Some people just need help. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, if it was my show, I wouldn't have let him do it. Because like, it didn't look like a good idea from the start, bro.
Yeah, look at him.
Could I do that? I could be that guy, right there.
Hey, man.
You could.
You with the costume, yeah, man. That's all. You probably don't even have to work up that hard because I mean the costume is gonna hide the flaws anyway.
It's gonna hide the fluff.
It's gonna hide the fluff anyway. So there you go.
I need more hair because that guy on the thing has more hair than I do.
I get some spray on hair.
That's a pretty good beard. Yeah, some spray on. The beard looks good. I need to shape it like that too.
Yeah, that looks cool. Yo, but like you should trim this and take out the background and stuff. You can use that as your logo or whatever. That was really well done.
And I have another one, but it was printed out on a card that I could wear on my lanyard, and I was turned into some elder's ring, like a cat or something, some character of Elder Ring.
Yeah, the tree and everything.
Yep.
Light up trees. That was a gigabyte video card with the fitting span. With the spinning fans. I said the fitting spans. The spinning fans. Here's your son with the case thing with the console in it.
Yeah, with the case thing. People are like, what is that thing right there? It's like it's a game case. It's my Xbox. What? The Series X is in there? I was like, dude, the Series S is not fitting that thing. Half the Series S is
DMC, like the DeLorean. That's cool.
Yeah, that was cool. And some people, why didn't you bring the Series X? I was like, seriously? Because the Series S fits perfectly in the case. Why would I want to bring two big devices, you know? And yeah, but it's more powerful. It's like, I get it. I'm only here for 4 days. It's not like I'm like
suffering. Man. It's not a time for high fidelity.
I'm not suffering over performance here, right? And then somebody told me, they said, you're gonna play Battlefield? I was like, yeah. Oh, it's like, does the S handle it? I was like, I don't know. We'll find out. It does, well. Dude. I had no trouble whatsoever at all.
Hell, Analista de Bits or whatever that. I can never say it right because me in Spanish might.
El analista de bits.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he did his video. Even Digital Foundry did their video. PlayStation and Xbox are the same, and Series S is just at 1080p, but basically the same thing.
Yeah, it was looking good. It was performed good.
It's supposed to.
We had no glitches or bugs or no crashes, nothing. It was running,
neither.
It was running really good.
Yeah.
And so now everybody was talking about they really need to knock it out of the park. They need to knock it out of the park.
It looks like they're doing it. Dude,
the only thing, like every Battlefield game has always been good. Now you got some randoms who always bitch about like, beef.
Oh, is that the PC right there with the
that's
spinning blade?
Yeah, with the spinning blade.
Wow.
It's like I think all the Battlefield games have been great, even the ones that people think is controversial.
Yeah.
But the only thing that sucks about every Battlefield game that's come out is launch week. Launch week sucks.
Always
sucks. So there's really you cannot rush out and play Battlefield on day one because it's launch issues every single time they release something. And that's just expected, right? Now they can tell me all they want, like, we'll have it all sorted out. This is why we have beta, yada yada. Yeah, I was like, I don't believe it. Until you can prove me that.
Beta, they've been doing all of that. This beta, they've been doing that. But there's one aspect of the game that I want to talk about. Well, two, but one aspect of the game itself that I want to talk about. The whole talk about cheaters, right? And yeah, of course, there's always these losers who want to try to cheat, right? But like, wow. You know how they were like, oh, there's like 300, they found 300,000 cheaters, right?
Did they?
The anti-cheat, yeah, that's what they said, right?
Yeah.
And so the people who are like trying to use that as a talking point on talk shit are like stupid as fuck, because think about it. How do you think they got the number?
What?
I don't know.
The anti-cheat that they used. Remember, we got the number 300,000 cheaters. That came from EA. EA said that. So it's like they know who's cheating, who's not. But they gotta sit there and ban people. Okay, why would you ban cheaters in a beta? You want them to go as hard as they can with the cheating
to exploit your weaknesses,
right? Yeah, and to expose all the little techniques that they have, so you can ward off against them.
You patch them up.
For day one, right? For day one, why would you ban any of them? Yeah. But there was this one person, video of this one person who was cheating and kept claiming they're not cheating. Like, nah, that person's obviously cheating, right? But and people using that situation to talk about the whole cheating thing and aspect, blah blah blah. And you know how the Windows version, you have to have secure boot on because it's got this new, because it's got this anti-cheat that they're using, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't like, bro. I'm not saying cheating unlimited or anything like that, but I'm saying they see what's up.
Yeah.
That's what this beta is for. It's two things. It's like a demo, right, of the game to get people excited. A lot of people are sold on the game after this beta, obviously. So it did a great job with that, obviously, already. But also, to test shit out. Stress test the servers and all of that.
Yeah.
This is good. The game seems to me ahead of schedule. Right? It seems like it's solid, ready to go from now. That reminds me of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one. You remember the beta that they had with those 3 maps that people were playing for months?
Yeah.
Right? And in fact, those were the 3 best maps out of the game still, right? It's the same thing. Like, the game was very solid back then. And when it finally came out, it was pretty good. I'm not saying this Battlefield won't have no problems. It'll be the first one that doesn't. Not saying that, but I'm pretty confident in what I've played and seen, bro. Yeah. That's pretty damn cool. The other thing though is how so many people are trying to make this Call of Duty versus Battlefield thing.
Dude.
It's real stupid, bro. Like, we could have 2 hot games this holiday. How about that?
I mean, these Battlefield games never had a rank system, right? Or had some sort of whatever else they're asking for. So kill streaks.
People are. Yeah, there's people from the Call of Duty side asking for dumb shit. There's people from the Battlefield side talking dumb shit. Like, bro, these games are both looking hot. Let's just enjoy the games. How about that?
Yeah,
But
it's
no,
like I don't
those gotta
understand
be
why. This goes back to like console, warring. It's like,
Yeah.
why can't you have single player? It's like, why? It's like you have your style, which is single players over there, PlayStation. We have multiplayer and whatever else we have here, right? That's the beauty of both of them. They all have the best things on each side, right? It's
And
the
this
same
time
thing-
we have both, and
Right.
everybody has it, and it's crossplay.
and now
So,
Battlefield, same thing. It's more realistic. It's objective based, right? It's not about one's performance. It's about working as a team, right? And try to win the game. Not an ego contest where like, oh, I'm gonna be number one. I'm gonna be number one. How many kills can I get in one round, right?
Yeah, without being a team player.
Right, without being a team player. Oh, my kill streak is 20. Oh my god, I just smoked you, noob. Right?
Yeah, but your team lost.
But your team lost.
Great
It's
job.
Like, how does that help? And so Call of Duty, it's about the individual, right? Where Battlefield is about the team and to work together. And I'd rather do the work together thing because it's more fun. And you cannot beat vehicles, man. Once you have vehicles, it's a whole other game. It's awesome. Right?
Bro, the support roles in Battlefield I always like because there's always ways to get points to level up.
Oh yeah.
Those classes, right?
Yeah.
Because a medic is always needed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A good medic can make a close game into not a close game, right?
Yeah.
Just one good medic. A bunch of good medics, that's a key to a W.
Guy. I'm the ammo guy.
The same with support. The same with support and engineers. So if you have good guys playing them roles,
I'm always just dumping a pack. Like, here you go, bro. It's like, get some more ammo. Somebody say ammo?
Yeah, I'm fun with the medic guy too. Yeah, you saw how the video came back.
That was too funny, man.
He's trying to get the team together.
Yes.
All of a sudden he popped up.
Oh, well, check this. That's funny you said it because I saw that. No. Before I saw that video, right, of Battlefield Friends, a buddy of mine.
You were watching the old one.
Yeah. A Battlefield friend of mine from back in the PS3 days. You
were telling me. Yeah,
I said this, right? I think I said this last week.
Yeah, you said last week. Yeah.
A buddy of mine from the 360 days called me, text me. He's like, "Yo, Tech, are we getting the band back together again so we can play Battlefield 6?" And I go, "Dog," I was like, "I don't know your PS3 can handle it because I don't think the game is even on your system." He's like, "Oh man," I was like, "I'm gonna have to get me a PS5. Give me a PS5." I was like, "That's cool, man. I think it's crossplay, so I'll stick to my Xbox." And we can still game together, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, all right. And then I see my Facebook group chat started lighting up. I was like, oh man.
Shit. Yeah.
And then he showed me that video. And I'm like, that's exactly my buddy, man. He's calling everybody like, yo, are we getting back
I remember
together?
the story. Yeah. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, this is you. And guess what? Basically the same thing's been happening to me.
Yeah.
A bunch of the old Runaway Dragons are popping up online, bro. Bloop, 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 bloop. I'm like, oh, it's on. They already know.
Yeah, they already know. It's funny. It's funny hearing from that. And then watching that video, it even made it more funnier, man. Because the guys are like,
he's like, are you gonna get the game?
Say ammo? And like, boom, he puts out the ammo.
And then
somebody dies
out of nowhere.
The guy's like, not on my watch.
Yep.
And then he's wearing a dress because he was playing Duty the whole time. Oh, that was so good, man.
Yeah, man. Oh man, the feeling is back. The feeling is definitely back in the community and all of that too. That was good.
It's so good. Battlefield has always been good, man.
I'm not gonna knock what they did with the whole Twitch thing, where you watch for half an hour and you get the key. Or did you get a key finally, or was it the one that I gave you?
Yeah. I left my phone running for like an hour. That's when I was kind of keeping you updated. I was like, man, we got crap. Well, when I got back home, because that was the first day, that Thursday.
Oh, you looked in the notifications or the email,
right?
You probably got an email or something.
I was looking and I never got anything. Right, I was looking at my phone. I was like, never saw anything. And it's like, all right. It's like they're saying they're kind of backed up. It'll be slow. I'm like, all right. Didn't think nothing of it because it was Thursday night. I wasn't gonna spend a night at QuakeCon anyways. I was gonna go home because the next day I had the meet the teacher day, right? But that evening, that Thursday evening, I did come back home check my Twitch account on the PC, and they didn't notice that a bunch of skins came over.
Oh, skins too. You got the skins
Yeah,
and stuff
so you got
too.
a bunch of skins. I was like, oh great. It's like, well, what the hell do I want the skins for? It's like, where's the code, right?
Yeah, but you get the skins after you get the code. The first thing you get is the code.
Well, I got the skins. Like all I saw was the skins, right?
Yeah, you have to
because
scroll,
they're in
and that's
big
what you
block letters, like icons. Like you got this skin, you got that skin, you got the. I got like 10 of them, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care about skins, man. It's like only Call of Duty people care about skins, right? And then at the very bottom of my screen, it was a whole other section, and that's where it said, "Do you want to redeem for your Call of Duty? I mean, your Battlefield 6 open beta?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I do." And then I have to go through the process. Everything was already linked before, so all I had to do was just redeem it and be done with it.
You just paste it in and redeem.
Yeah.
Yep. See. So I put up a code though. What'd you do with that one?
You did?
I did. I thought I did.
I don't know. I didn't see.
Bro, I went out bought you a code. I think I did.
Oh, let me send you $1.
Yeah, it's right there. No, it's all good. But Realist was the one who reacted to the thing. So Realist, did you use it?
What thing?
The code.
Oh no.
I bought a code for nothing then.
What you talking about? What are you talking about though? Like the only code that I've used from you is a Robocop.
No, in the Twitter DMs. When he was talking about, he said he watched for 50 minutes. I'm like, man, I said, fuck it. And I bought a code, I pasted it in, right? Yeah. And then, because he said, like I said, it costs less than $1 to get the code, right? And so I put, that picture of Lil Wayne, you see where he's just, he's fanning out the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the person who put an emoji next to it was you, Realist. And so I thought you took the code at the time. Because later on, he said
man, you know what? That's something a long time ago, man. I'm getting old, bro. I forgot about that. Yeah, I did not use the code. I just thought it was. I thought it was a cool thing to offer.
It was last week.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like, it was like a nod of approval, but I didn't use anything.
But in hindsight, I wish you had confused that and taken it yourself, because he got one himself just by watching it on Twitch. Like I said, you would have been able to, right? So he didn't need it. You could have used it. But did you get to play it at all? You don't need it now. Now it's open. It's open beta now. Yeah, well, it's open now. So it's active right now. It's on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation.
Switch?
Not Switch 2. Not Switch. Nope.
Would you try it on Switch if it had it?
On Switch 2?
Yeah.
Man.
I would
probably be 540p using the DLSS, which apparently no Nintendo games are using the DLSS yet. I mean, technically it might be able to work. I'd be surprised if it works well. Yeah. But who knows with the Switch 2. But they said they're not doing it. So
but why not though?
Doing it. I don't know. I don't know.
I said this, welcome to the party, Nintendo, with all these unfinished games. With waiting for tools, waiting for things to update before you can use it. But I don't really care about the Switch yet till they give me something I can play with.
Yeah, like I said, all I beat was Zelda, and I played the sequel for like an hour and a half, and I haven't touched it since. I haven't touched the system since. It's already collecting dust.
Yeah, it's already collecting dust.
Yeah, bro. No lies, no exaggeration. I'm trying to talk shit, but truly, it's not the thing I think to play when I want to play video games right now. There's way other shit that's not on the Switch, like Battlefield. Not that I would ever purchase it on the Switch, right? But once again, it doesn't have it, so it's not even in consideration.
You know what? I would try if
that's the problem.
I mean,
I would try the demo.
I don't know if you like battle royale games, but Apex Legends.
Yeah.
And see how it performs on that one, because it's ass on the Switch 1.
I've never played it before, so yeah, that would be a good test. Like the Switch 2, does it play it at 60 frames or whatever now, at high res or whatever,
Because on the Switch 1, it was ass, dude. I was so disappointed.
Yeah, I need to see some videos about these older games that they had put on there, like Doom and all these other games, Witcher 3 and all that other stuff, and see how much better they perform now. But I wouldn't purchase any of those on the Switch 2. I already got RG Ally, and I'm trying to get the Xbox Ally X. Which, by the way, Microsoft is doing a Gamescom thing, and Jeff Keighley is doing one as well.
Yeah.
So supposedly on the 20th, we're supposed to see stuff from Xbox, particularly the handhelds, and we'll see what's up with that.
Oh, watching this video right now, I forgot. It's like, I don't think we ever tried like busting through the floor move.
Oh, I've seen it happen in a video, but I didn't get to see it firsthand.
No, I haven't been able to do it myself. I didn't realize you could do
that.
But
I don't know anybody with a sledgehammer. I never saw anybody with a sledgehammer.
I didn't have it either. Yeah, I don't know if you could just shoot through it. I don't know.
I don't even know how to get my knife out. Like, I don't even know how I never pulled my knife out. Yeah. That's what happened. I did a melee kill before, but I think I just used the butt of my gun,
and so,
not the knife.
Well, we're at QuakeCon that Thursday night, and when did he get to play? At some point, my son was able to play. Oh, no. Okay. So Thursday when we were there, my son went with me, spent pretty much all day until we had to go home. And he was asking about Battlefield 6. And I said, I don't have a key. I cannot log in and get the game. And so I'm like, look, if you actually want to try it out, I have 2042. Okay. That will give you a taste of what Battlefield's like. Okay. And he's like, okay. Right. And so he started playing it. Dude, he was doing really good.
Battlefield is Battlefield. And 2042 does not suck.
Dude, he was doing pretty well. And he was like taking advantage of the weapons and everything. I mean, not the weapons, the vehicles. Dude, he was enjoying the tanks, the ATVs, everything that Battlefield has. He was all about it, man. And he was getting mad because his teammates weren't doing crap.
Of course. That's a true Battlefield player.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's the one who plays that's the one who plays Helldivers, though, right?
Yeah.
A team game, yeah.
Plays good at following objectives.
Yeah. So I didn't think he's gonna like it because it's a totally different pace, right? And he was liking it. He was liking it for sure, man.
Let me ask you the big question, though, Ted.
Huh?
Is he gonna dethrone Call of Duty?
Is it gonna dethrone?
It's gonna make. It's not gonna dethrone it, no. But will it make them take notice? Well, like a good friend Sean Layton says, is it gonna make them make better games? Call of Duty.
I don't think so. They got their formula, man. Nobody's gonna steer off their formula, And I do get where Call of Duty's got so gimmicky. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I've enjoyed it. This previous one that just came out, Black Ops 6. I've had a good time with it. It's a fun game and everything, but it has gotten gimmicky when it comes to skins, right, and things like that. And it's like, if I wanted skins, I would have gone to Fortnite. Just give me a war game. And everybody remembers what Call of Duty was at first, man. It was a true war game, right? Boots on the ground war game. Now it's just kind of like gimmicky with the stupid themes and
but and not to knock this game at all, but like, what's the real difference between this game and 2042, other than the whole weather stuff that would happen? Right?
I wouldn't say much. Not much.
It's in the modern day, right? It's modern day on Earth. No crazy future weapons.
People just want really good maps. That's the thing.
Yeah. And it's what I've been saying. Like the last one, the only problem with the last one was the state it came out in, right? Not the quality of the game. You were just talking about how your son was playing it, after it's been fixed and all of that. He doesn't know any of that. First time he tried it, he's like, yo, and he was getting in the groove, becoming a Battlefield-minded type person, right?
Yeah.
It just goes to show. And this one looks great, and it has a single player, which extra appeals to me because it's looking like the plot might continue on from 4. Like if you played 3 and 4, the plots connect and blah blah blah. And so it's looking like this one might be a continuation of the storyline even. So I'm interested in that as well, right? Yeah. That's another reason I want to get it. I think I'm basically sold on it, by the way. How about you? You think you're sold?
Oh yeah.
He was sold when they announced it.
Yeah. What about you, Realist? Even though you haven't played it yet.
Well,
You're not sold.
I'm not gonna play it. No, it looks good, but I like Battlefield. I don't have the time for it.
Okay.
Like it's
Fair
like
enough.
this is the thing. It's bigger. They're bigger maps, more tactical, more team based. And it
Yes.
seems I might jump into it because it seems like it's more adult. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
feels like more adults want to play Battlefield versus Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like whereas Call of Duty is mostly for the Fortnite crowd.
Yeah.
I mean,
agree.
because if you look at what they've done, everything they've done has been to compete with Fortnite.
Yep.
Not Battlefield.
Yeah.
The way they see it, like Battlefield isn't a threat. It's like you know, like I said, it's goofy. No. Well, you know what? Now that you asked that, I don't know if it's true, but it was like a rumor where they asked them and they said, "Are you worried? You know, are you threatened? No, we're too big to fail." I don't know.
Right.
That sounds too arrogant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I did hear that from a YouTuber who said that it was sad.
Yeah, I heard that too.
But
I wasn't sure
yeah,
either way either.
I don't think that that they're going to be threatened by them. I don't think they're going to do much until something changes. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like as much trash as people want to talk about Call of Duty, this is the biggest one yet. You know what I mean? The most gamers playing it, be it Game Pass, whatever it is, people are playing the game. People haven't turned it off yet.
You were just playing it before you hopped on, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a game that I can just get up and get out of. I think that's part of the beauty of it, kind of like sports games.
Yep, that's what it is. I was about to say that too. That you don't have to wait. The matches for Call of Duty, they can last 10 to 15 to 20 minutes, right? Depending what mode you're in. Call of Duty, I mean, what's the limit? Like 10 minutes at most, maybe? Not even that. They're a little quicker. They're very in and out games for Call of Duty. It's the same thing for Fortnite. Where Battlefield, it takes a little bit longer. You got to put some time into it, for just one match, right? So you get 2 or 3 matches in the one match in Battlefield and during that same time period. If you want to get some action in, and people will gravitate to Call of Duty just because, like, okay, you can breathe a little bit between the matches,
Just like Madden and 2K. There was a point where I would honestly say that 2K was better, right? But Madden, right? And they dropped. I remember that last one where they released it at $20, and what did EA do? They panicked and they paid off NFL, right?
Yeah,
it just goes to show.
But I don't know if they're gonna do that again though. Like
I don't think so either. But I'm just saying,
like not them. The NFL, 2K would definitely do it. But I think the NFL is starting to see things the way that
the MLB does. You mean?
Yeah, because the NFL is starting to see things the way the MLB does. That's the reason why they took the license and said, "Hey, Sony, you need to make this multiplayer."
Right, and so that's a different on topic actually than what I was saying. But yeah, I agree fully. But my point being is, people like there's always that one. Well, not always. There's often that one that's not as popular. But in terms of the one that is popular is not based on its merits as much as the one that's seen as lesser. And there was a time with football where 2K was that, right? It was seen as lesser, but objectively speaking, I would say was the better game.
Yeah.
Call of Duty and Battlefield, they go back and forth with that sometimes, right? Particularly in the years where they compete when a new Battlefield's come out, because a new Battlefield isn't every year, but still, right? It's that same mindset. And I feel like there are those who are salty about it one way or another, right? Either they're on one side of the fence or the other, and they're salty at the other side, right? For what's largely a bullshit reason, right? And that's the whole thing with Call of Duty versus Battlefield. I just find it inane. Really. A lot of Battlefields that failed, they failed because of their own merits or lack therein, right? or situations. And same with Call of Duties that didn't make as much money as other ones in the franchise, but one makes enough, even when it quote unquote fails.
Man, don't tell me
The
we're
other
30
one-
minutes in and like you can't hear him, Punny.
What? No way.
There's no way, because I checked the audio before I went online.
No way.
No. Punny, do an audio check. Can you hear everybody? I know you can hear me.
Shout out to Punny. I don't know why. I mean, well, normally if you can hear us, everybody can hear us, right? If we can hear each other.
Yeah. I think we're good. I just want to
Think we're good?
be sure with Punty.
Well, now check
Okay,
the
yeah,
reason why I asked.
Yeah, he
The
checked.
reason why I asked that question is because a lot of, you know how it is, man. Like if 2K football came back, you'll have a whole bunch, including myself, start saying how down with NBA 2K, right?
Yeah.
Because you still got a bunch of people saying that Elite or whatever they called NBA Live was better. They need to bring it back. No, like you can tell that when 2K, I'm sorry, when 2K came out, that NBA Live was just not on par.
No, it wasn't.
And like I told my cousin, I said, man, in about 10 years, nobody's gonna be playing 2K anymore because he used to love. I'm sorry, Live anymore because he used to love Live, and I was like, nobody's gonna be playing this. Before he died, he's like, bro, how you know that, bro? He said, bro, he said, man, how you know that, man? Because you said it, man. You said it, man. Nobody gonna be playing Live. I was like, man, I could just tell. I mean, it's two different types of games. Because I remember, like, on Live, you could just bump into a guy, and if you do it just right, like if you couldn't get around him, you could still hit the button, and he'll try to dunk on him.
What's
Or
up,
dunk, you know what I'm
vodka?
saying? What up, doctor?
Dr.
But then,
Vodka.
and I just noticed that it was two different. It was just two different presentations. One was simulation, one was more arcade. A lot of people didn't know the difference. A lot of people didn't. It's kind of like Apple, people don't know what they want. You got to give them you got to show them what they want and why they want it. Like people didn't know that they wanted a simulation game because remember we came from like arch rivals, NBA Jam, NBA Showtime, Jordan versus
Double
Bird.
dribble.
Double Dribble tried to be a sim, right?
Yeah.
And that was I think that was one of the first ones on Nintendo from Konami. But then like we went from playing NBA Jam. I don't know if you guys played Kobe Bryant Courtside. That was one of the first simulation basketball games. That was on Nintendo 64. And then once PlayStation and Dreamcast came, of course 2K came with Dreamcast. You can just tell it was night and day. And everybody was playing Game Day because most of my cousins had a PlayStation.
Yeah, Game Day.
And so they were playing Game Day, and I was like, "Dude, y'all are playing with like Legos. Like the PlayStation looked like total trash compared to Dreamcast." And so like
the replays when it would go 60 frames and it would look real, and everyone would go, "Ooh."
Well, I just remember trying to play it. I was like, I can't play. This is trash. Take the controller back. And you could just tell that because Madden pretty much punked Xbox and PlayStation into getting rid. No, Xbox and PlayStation because Xbox had Fever, and they told them that if you want Madden, you need to get rid of that.
Yeah,
and that they both did.
So
but you can tell. Shout out to Ray. But you could tell that
coming through today.
You could tell that it was gonna kill EA, and then when they dropped it for 20, that was like it was a wrap. They had the better presentation. They had the ESPN label, ESPN commentators, replays during half times, celebrations. Like there are people still playing that game today. Still doing roster updates on that game.
Classic players, all types of stuff.
Well, Madden had that too, but I'm just talking about like the things
that ad. Was that with Rakim, or was that All Star Football or something? I think that was some game afterwards.
Eric B and Rakim.
Yeah, because they made because after they lost the license because of what EA did with the NFL, they made one more game without the license. And that was one that had with yeah.
So like you could just tell that EA it was for $20. Even if I was a Madden player, I would have got that 2K. And I know a bunch of people did. They had like stats online because it was on live, it's kind of new. Like everything was substantiated. Like you have stats for everything, online stats. The franchise mode was deep, everything. And EA did what they had to do, I guess. But I hadn't played a Madden until Xbox Series first came out, and my boy wanted to play Madden. I was like, I ain't playing that crap, man. I hadn't bought one since Vince Young was on the cover.
Wow.
I think that was 15 or something like that. But that was the last one I ain't even buy that one. I
haven't bought a sports game in years. Yeah.
Hey, I was part of the problem, man. That's shame my game, bro. That's why I don't pirate today, because I was on PC when everybody abandoned PC, and they were saying piracy was the reason they left, and I got a whole library of ISOs still to this day. And I said I'm gonna start buying these games, but $70 for Madden? No, Madden should be live service at this point. So should 2K.
Yeah, but you know what they're gonna do then instead? The nickel and dime you with every other aspect to make that money back.
Well, I mean, they're basically nickeling and diming you for $70 battle passes every year. Yeah. Because everybody complains about it and they still buy it.
But yeah, it's gonna get worse now, though. That's the reason. It'll be worse.
Oh,
guaranteed.
That's
they're still charging for like Ultimate Team and crap like that.
Yeah, that's what others are saying about Battlefield. It's like it needs a battle pass. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Does not.
Yes, it does.
Besides, eventually, everybody gets all the maps for free anyway.
Yeah.
Eventually, like you get all that stuff for free. And in fact, they even give away a thing that unlocks all the max level to all the unlocks, right?
Oh, yeah,
because eventually everybody has played it to death.
Yeah.
And have the unlocks, and you just get those,
and
right? If you're,
you know what, I'm guilty of that, because like I'll grind the hell out of the game. I was like, dude, I still don't have what I want. And
it doesn't happen day one. It happens way later too.
It does way later, where it's like, you could buy this support pack and it unlocks everything for you. Like, bet, dude,
right?
I'll scoop that up. It's like $5, right?
Yeah,
it's like $5 or $10. Like, I'll take that, man. I'll buy that pack and just support, because I run support majority of the time, right? And I was like, and that helps me out, dude. And it helps my team out. So I'm looking out for my team, baby. I'm looking out for my team. And so I can get that support pack. But no, it doesn't. Battlefield doesn't need a battle pass. It's just idiotic, man.
Yes, it does, man. Like, look, man. I know you Battlefield
skins with a dress on? No.
Skins with a dress on, robot arm. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever, bro.
You want a Terminator skeleton go out there?
Okay, Battlefield is serious, right?
Yeah.
But this is the thing. I listen to like the purists, right? I didn't want Halo to go live service, because I knew a lot of things about it would change. But they're gonna have to compete somehow, right? So don't make it goofy. Kind of do like what Halo did, like different uniforms. You know what I mean? Like different weapons, something that that can allow somebody to make their character unique outside of like Beavis and Butthead and things like that, because it still is a serious war strategy game. That's what. But you got to have something to keep these people engaged, because they've been trained to do it. Still, majority of them are as much crap as they talk about Fortnite and Call of Duty. They still play it or Warzone. You know what I mean? And like, I don't buy battle passes. I did buy the battle pass because it came with Call of Duty, and Call of Duty was included in Game Pass. So I bought that first one, that Black Cell one.
Yeah.
I bought one Halo uniform. I'm still gonna be black and blue for lock, and that's that. Because I mean, my kids ask for Robux. I ain't doing it. I'm just not with it, man. But yeah, I think they need to do something to keep people engaged, because people are trained to do it. And a lot of people that are saying they shouldn't do it and they shouldn't do this and they should do this, bro. You're not encouraging them to grow the game. That's the same thing with like Halo. I didn't want them to do any of those things, but I'm looking at like, shoot, man, they got to compete. They got to compete with these games that I don't play, and I'm just not the audience sometimes. Yeah. And I don't know what they can do that's going to make everybody happy, but they got to do something, and it's good for their pockets. If everybody else is nickeling and diming, they're going to nickel and dime too, and they got good experience doing it through Madden. What else? What else do they have? Oh, Apex. So they, I think it's coming. Just don't ruin the experience. Like to me, I don't care. I shoot Beavis. I shoot Coach. I shoot everybody. It doesn't matter. But I understand with like we're adults, and most people don't want to see that. Even though Beavis and Butthead is an adult cartoon, people still don't want to see it. But if you want a serious game, you're playing the wrong game. So that's why that's why a lot of people are hoping that Battlefield comes because they don't want to play Call of Duty. Leave that to the kids. I hear a lot of people complaining about Omni movement. Man, I'm gonna try to use it. I mean, I'm getting old, too old to be trying to do this crap, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Here's the thing about it too. It's like a lot of people who's complaining about this stuff. It's like you're saying they still play Call of Duty, but they want a reason to move off of it. It's like they're discussing with themselves for playing the game that they know in their heart that they really like, but want to sit and complain about it. But it's you same motherfuckers who play it every day. Yeah, still play it, but complain the most.
Did this? I haven't go back to Call of Duty, but I can't get off Battlefield because I want to play it.
Nope. And then you wishing for the next game to be good, and you wishing for the Battlefield game to be good, for the Call of Duty to be bad, thinking, oh, it's gonna make them. No, it's not, and you fucking know it already. That's why you're mad in the first place, because you already know it's not gonna work. Like, yeah, man, or for skins. Yeah. No, the skins thing I think is way overboard now. Ever since they started with those ads where they had celebrities in the ads, right?
Yeah.
That's what started
Call of Duty or Battlefield.
In Call of Duty, that's why I started out with the whole skins thing.
Wasn't Kevin Durant in there or something like that?
And Kevin Durant, all types of basketball players, rappers, Nicki Minaj, like you seen everybody and their mama, right?
It's like you're convincing me to buy it just because you put that chump on there.
Yeah, but maybe not you because you're not gullible.
Bro, he's
Joe Average is gullible AF. Okay.
Yeah.
Joe Average is really fucking dumb, so it's gonna happen.
Joe Average, you guys are dumb.
But hey, they said they complain about the thing they love to play, and I noticed those are the dudes who play it the most that I know who play it the most, right? Who love to sit there and complain about it. And then there's all these other people, and you could see in their posts, right? Like there are those who want Battlefield to do well because they hate Call of Duty for whatever reason, right? Because a lot of people who don't play Call of Duty who just hate on it because it's the popular game, right?
Yeah.
And that's been like that, right? And there are those who are the opposite, right? Who are pro Call of Duty and are pointing laughing at Battlefield, and they're saying, "Oh, Battlefield needs to have all this stuff that Call of Duty has, right?" Like you were saying before, right? Oh, it needs to have kill streaks and all this other stuff. But those people don't understand Battlefield. It's just a bunch of haterism on the internet as always. And then there's some elements in the press, like they're taking one side or the other. There are some people who are vocal, and so they're trying to put their opinions out there, except they present it like it's a fact, right? Like there's science backing them. But if you're a gamer, you'll notice everything I'm saying about it is actually true. There are those who hate, and some of them be playing it all day and just hate themselves for playing it, right? Because they're not comfortable with themselves.
They punch themselves in the face because they I enjoy this game the way it is, but I have to say it.
And there are a bunch of Battlefield fans who are jealous of the success of Call of Duty, in which that Battlefield had that. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Right? That's true too. It's all inane bullshit. Both games or franchises are legendary. It just is already. If another one of either ever comes out again, that's already been set in stone long ago. Okay? Like, what the problem is, they're different types of games.
Yeah.
If you love them, then get both. If you only like one, get one. But don't just sit there and be fake about it, because a lot of that shit I'm seeing on the internet this past week, ever since the beta, is just, even before the beta actually, except it really heated up when the beta came out. Yeah. It's just bullshit from both sides, man. The Battlefield people and the Call of Duty people. Y'all just need to shut the fuck up and get back to your games, bro.
Yeah.
And stick to that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of y'all suck and need practice. Let me tell you. I was playing that beta, man. I'm like, bro, I've been out of FPS games for a minute. So I'm crusty dusty, right? I'm seeing dudes be dumb as shit, bro. They're dumb as shit.
I'm
like
on the floor. It's like, hey, heal me. Revive me. Like,
Huh? And they'll walk right past you, but they got their paddles out. And they have their paddles out though. Bro, you know what? If I say anymore, I'm gonna get heated. So I'm gonna pass the mic.
I do like the added where you drag and heal. That was a nice touch, right? You drag him and he heal. It was good. I did like that because having just to sit there and like, okay, I hope nobody shoots me was a drag, you know?
Especially sometimes they'll shoot somebody and they'll use them as bait.
Yeah.
Right? Like if people are trying to rescue him and not realizing, oh, no, he's bait. He could be dead.
Yeah.
But he's bait for medics to come. But if you can drag him out the situation, that's better.
Yeah, that was a nice touch too that I noticed when I started doing that. Like, oh, this is nice, man. It's like drag him out of the way. You know?
One thing is, man, these games need to go on a Game Pass. I don't care what they say. Game Pass.
Hey,
look, man, I would not. I hadn't played a Call of Duty game since Black Ops 6, bro. You know what I mean? And then now I'm playing it. Huh?
You mean the last one?
Black Ops. Did I say 6? No, Black Ops 2.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't played. I hadn't played one since Black Ops 2. And I think World at War or something was before that one.
World at War was good.
World at War was the one after Modern Warfare.
World at War was good.
And before Modern Warfare 2.
Fun.
I don't know. Those are the last two I played, and then I downloaded those on the Wii.
On the Wii?
Yeah.
No, oh, you played Reflex. You played Reflex.
Yeah. Like I was over Call of Duty after like 3 years, bro. It was the same thing.
So I played Call of Duty on the Wii.
Yeah, man. Look, that was the last time I played it. But what I noticed is like
you pirated it there. I'm sure.
But see, back then, I noticed the problem. That's why I was able to foretell what's going on right now because I experienced it. When I was saying that the industry is top heavy and people are spending too much time on a few games. That was me. Every year I bought Madden, 2K, Call of Duty. That was all I bought every year. And then eventually, what came out? Destiny came out. ESO came out, and I started playing more games. And then I noticed that those games were just time sucks. And now we've got Fortnite. I never even got involved in Fortnite.
I never got involved in Fortnite. I stopped playing Call of Duty actively after Black Ops 1, even though I got Modern Warfare 3, because I wanted to play the single players, right? I still am interested in single players. But after that, man, because Rainbow Six after Vegas 2, like, the series was dead, and I never played this new one. I'm not interested in that one. It looked good when they first showed it off when it was under a different name. And what's her name? She voices Lana in Archer. The black chick who's actually a gamer.
Damn.
Oh, you know
Alicia.
Yes, right. Like
Alicia Tyler.
Alicia Tyler. Thank you, brother, because I never would have remembered that. Right. So like, I remember seeing that multiplayer. That looked great. That trailer, and her reaction was real because she really do be playing them shits, right? And so I knew if she was impressed with it, I'd be impressed with it. But then they transformed this whole thing, blah blah blah. When it finally came out, it was like, Rainbow, and then Halo was going through all these things. Like, bro, that's when I really started to leave FPS alone big time. I never got into Fortnite or PUBG. Like, I played Fortnite once. I was annoyed about the fact I couldn't even pick my character to be male. I almost won my first match, but I fumbled with the controls. It was down to 3 people, and I was one of them. I could have won my first match, bro. Right? Like, I'm not impressed with that game at all. But it got hot, however it did, and now it's its own thing now. Not knocking it. I'm just saying it's really not all.
And their promos are amazing, though. When a new season comes out, you got to give it to their advertising team. It's badass.
Right. So I'm not going to sit here and talk minor shit about shit I don't play just because it's successful, right? Because I've been played out a while ago, right? But what I do notice is exactly what Realist is saying, bro. He's hitting the nail right on the head. Like, it's been like this for a minute. And this is why I was saying what I was saying earlier when I was sending a little rant. Like, bro, it's always the same shit. People sitting here complaining, but they're the cause of their own doom. Much like the PlayStation community, by the way. Right? So I don't know what it was that happened exactly, but I guess there was a sit down with some people from Sony or whatever, I guess. I'm not even really paying attention because as far as I'm concerned, yo, it's officially their third party now too. So this console war shit is over. Like y'all PlayStation dudes particularly have egg on your face, right? This is how I feel because all the shit that they had talked all these years, right? It's not even so much that Sony's making a bad decision because hey, Microsoft did the same thing, and we as in the Xbox community went through the same things, right? But not to this degree, right? These PlayStation dudes are down bad, but it is what it is, right? Like it's the same mindset all the time, right?
I must have missed it. I mean, I saw little things here and there, but did they announce
anything
did they say anything that something's coming out to Xbox or no?
Nothing new that wasn't basically known before. I guess because these PlayStation dudes are going so crazy, much like when Xbox did the whole thing with the 4 games. Remember, they weren't going to tell us anything, right?
Yeah.
But people were complaining about it because that whole event was for something else.
Yeah.
Remember, and they sat there and they talked about it. It seemed to me like this was about the same thing, right? Like a lot of people were complaining. The internet was having their reaction to events, and so they had to sit down and explain what was going on. But in the end, they said the same shit they said before, or that was implied before, or actually both. Right?
Yeah.
It's basically what they said before and stuff they've implied before. They're basically third party. Did they make any specific announcements on dates of this and that? Nope. But this is where everybody's theory. Has all the theories and stuff, but Gamescom is right around the corner, right?
Yeah.
In like a week or so. So I don't know what to tell you. I just think that all this complaints from the PlayStation community, as Xbox guys, we talked about this for years. So it's just like now when it finally has come onto a head, it's kind of like, It's like the old saying. It's not the destiny. It's not the destination. It's the journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're finally at the destination, right? Where everything us as the Xbox community was saying, has come true now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, okay. I'd rather be talking about the new Battlefield, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or this game or that game or some new hardware than all this, console war and crap. It's like, who cares? Because we knew this was happening all along. But the fact that it's happening now,
we did.
Like, yeah, we did, right? We did. So like to sit there and run a victory lap now, it's kind of like, I felt that way ages ago. I knew this is the situation we was going to be in years ago. So I felt those emotions years ago, and they're just not hitting now because I guess they don't really have to.
Dang, Daniel. Yeah. I'm hyped for Battlefield. Always am. I'll be playing support. That's what I'll be playing. I switch off between support and what's the other one? Assault.
I'll be a medic then, man.
I'm not
a good medic.
not a very good sniper, so I don't play recon much. If I do
sniper
play
is
recon,
easier in this game, apparently.
I usually use it that way because somehow I have a way of sneaking around the battlefield and ending up on the enemy side. That way I could put a beacon down.
Get the C4. Get some C4, put on tanks and stuff. Hell yeah, that's what you should do.
So I have a good way of sneaking through and put a beacon on the backside of the map. That way we have an advantage, right? And that's how but I would use like not a shotgun, but like LMG as a recon guy, right?
Oh, okay. Right. Because you can switch different weapons even though it's not class based.
Yeah, it's not class set now. So I think it used to be class set. Now it's not.
Yeah.
That you can pick whatever weapon.
But they had that even in 4. You could pick whatever weapon you wanted. After a while in a patch, I think they did that.
Yeah, I like that because I can see the advantage of being recon. I mean, yeah, a recon or sniper, whatever they call them. But I just never liked their weapons because I'm not good with them.
Yeah, the bolt action. But it's actually easier in this game, it seems to be, the sniping.
And so, but I'm an ammo guy. I just unload. I'm like, I'll go through a whole clip without stopping.
Yeah, I'd be running around just healing people. Just run, heal. That's all.
How-
In fact, you can get the most points. You see how like we were talking about earlier in Call of Duty, how people are talking about their KD and stuff like that because they got the most in terms of points, but their team still lost, right? Well, in Battlefield, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Like the more of your job you do, the more points you get.
You're rewarded. Yeah. It's not about the kills.
As a medic,
like that.
Yeah, because as a medic, you get more points from healing people than you do killing people, or an engineer and fixing stuff, and same with supply. You can supply more people and get more points with that than you can via killing people with the weapons that you have.
Word.
Like that's insane, but that just encourages the team play. And Call of Duty is quite the opposite. They give you the tools to camp, right? The only thing they don't give you is a tent and some water. Like, goddamn.
Word. Oh, and I finally beat Avowed. I think I told you guys already.
You did?
Yeah, you were telling me
I
earlier.
finished it, yes.
Did you like the ending?
I don't know. Is there different endings or is it the same for everybody? There's different, right?
I don't know.
I think there's different endings.
I haven't beaten it yet, bro. I'm on next to the last area.
It seems like I got a good ending, right? So everybody seems to be happy with the decisions I made for the Living Lands. So nobody really suffered. I think there was only one group that suffered, but I think for the majority, they all like prospered based on my decisions.
And when it comes to that one group, it's like fuck those guys, right? Or no?
I think so. It's the group that tried to invade the Living Lands, right?
Oh well, then fuck those guys. I don't even know who those are.
Guys. Yeah,
fuck those guys. Those are the bad guys who started the trouble.
Those
so
are
fuck
the bad
them.
guys who started everything, right? Because you as the main character were there to find out what's up with the Dream Scourge and get rid of it, right? It wasn't really about taking over the lands and all that for the Emperor. But I beat it. It was good. But I would say the last hour and a half or so, when you're towards the end, or maybe the last hour or so, towards the end, it did get a little bit boring, right? Because at least for my stuff, right? Maybe everybody goes through.
Was it linear at the end?
It was not that it was linear. It was a lot of talking, right, and not enough action. There was a lot of talking.
Oh, that's when all the revelations happen.
Yes, all the revelations about all your team members that you're with, right? They all have their trauma. They all have their experiences. They have something they're not getting over it.
Reminds me of Mass Effect,
right?
particularly Part 2.
So you know what I saw. You cannot skip those. It's not options. It's part of the story. And so every member, what do you have? Like 5 members, I think. 5 additional members or 4. So you're having to go through all of them. Like, oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Yes, best decision ever that you made. You know, sorry about your parents. Things like that. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like we've been through this before. Let's just get with it and find out what happens, right? That's what she said. All talking, no action. Fucking punty. So yeah, so there's a portion before the real action happens towards the end that you're like, this is boring. And my buddy that was at QuakeCon, he saw me play Avowed, and he's like, oh, you're towards the end. It's like, and I go, yeah. It's like, yeah, it got kind of boring towards the end, and I can see why he said that because it did get boring. You still want to listen to everything just because it's part of the story, but at the same time, like, dude, I don't need to see all this. I want to get to the part where, where you're supposed to defeat the bad guys, right? Doing your part of the game. And I finally did, so it was good. It was fun. I wouldn't play it again, but if I had to go,
like Boomstick, I'm gonna play it again. Different styles.
Nah, I can't. Man, what game? I can't remember a game a massive game that I've played, a second playthrough, the only one was The Witcher. Right? It's the only one.
Have you ever played a game where you played maybe halfway and you realize you fucked up and you want to start over, make different decisions?
No, right?
You've never done that before?
Once I play it, play it, make my decisions and play a certain style, and I just stick to it. And it's like, okay, whatever happens, happens, and that's it, right? I never get to a point where like, oh man, I should have went another way. I've never done that, right? Now, The Witcher, I played it once only because I played it on PlayStation, but when I saw it for $5 on Xbox, I bought it again and played it all over again. And I didn't change my style. I played it the way I played it before, right? And this game doesn't make me want to play it again just to play a different style. It's like, I played it, I enjoyed it, I'm done, I'm gonna move on. Right? Not looking for the second or third different ending that it has. I was like, I'm just gonna move on. I was like, I don't need to find out. I got what I got,
Bro,
and I'm happy with it.
Too many games for that, man.
It is.
It's like
it is.
It's if you straight line Witcher, it'll take you like 30, 40 hours. And then I'm gonna do that all over again just to see what happens if I do this way. That's why I take my time and play the game.
Yep.
And try to experiment with all the styles they have before I get to the end. Because I'm definitely like, you know what? I did buy Final Fantasy 16.
I was gonna mention that, by the way, because that knocks it for especially you, but not so much him.
And I think Stalker 2 has the same thing. You play a certain style, like which factions you support and which ones you go against and all that, and you get a different ending. And I'm taking my sweet time with it because it's a freaking massive game, and I probably won't play it again, right?
When they do that with games that are particularly massive like that, but it has like multiple endings. But to see multiple endings, you have to spend like 300 fucking hours each one.
Yeah, no,
like
I can't.
No, bro, I can't do that.
No. The only games I kind of went in after I'm done with it was Fallout, and that's just to wander.
Gotta be a game that really captures you.
Yeah,
man.
I just wander
around.
around.
You really love.
I wander around in the environment because it's so cool. Not that I'm looking for anything. It's just like it's so cool to be in that environment. And
Fallout is fun and it's open ended. That's what Bethesda does. That's why, like, man, when Starfield came out, I was listening to none of the dumb complaints people had.
Yeah.
But when you brought up like everybody's got a problem to work out, it reminded me of Starfield. Like you gotta fix somebody's problem.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to
Just
something they did in the past.
Just like Mass Effect. Yep.
Yeah. But there's only so many ideas out there.
Yeah.
Well, we said back where we started before though. We knew that whatever Microsoft does, PlayStation follows, Sony follows. Sony's a follower company. They're not a leader. The only thing that they led in was and they learned that from Nintendo. They just told Nintendo to hold their beer, which is the whole exclusivity thing.
Yep.
That like everything Microsoft does is for a reason. None of it is desperation. It's you zig, I zag. It's like if we can win in consoles, we're gonna win on consoles. But if we can't, we're gonna find other ways to make money, especially after they spent $80 billion. But if Power On, is no lies, they wanted to get out of gaming. But when they decided that they weren't gonna get out of gaming, they decided they were gonna play for keeps. But we knew PlayStation. I've been saying this. PlayStation's not selling enough games. I've seen other people. I've seen back in the day, J-Rock used to say it. I don't know which one of us said it first, but I'm gonna say me. I'm pretty sure I said it first. It's like they start talking about 20 million sales, right? They don't talk about bundles. They don't talk about deep discounts, sale prices. They don't talk about any of that. They just announce milestones, and then that's what fanboys go to run with. But even at 20 million, they're not selling 20 million at $60 or $70 like Nintendo. Same thing for Xbox. They're not much different. They're not different at all. So to hype up game sales when you got to discount them to get to those numbers, it's not enough.
Yeah.
Especially when they're spending the money that they're spending on these games. When it first happened and the Xbox fans was whining, they told me to sell my Xbox, I ain't gonna say no names, but it got back to me who said to sell my Xbox. Why y'all bringing this on your show? Like, dude,
You're gonna tell me these names after the show is over, by the
way. I knew what was going on. Like, I knew the PlayStation wasn't gonna be far behind. Yeah, no problem. I knew PlayStation wasn't gonna be far behind. And I've been telling, like, you search on my Twitter, whatever Microsoft does, PlayStation follows. Yeah, why would the market leader follow last place? Because the definition of market leader has changed as well. If you want to just go by consoles, it's not PlayStation, it's Nintendo. If you want to go by money, it's still not.
I remember saying that in the other podcast, man. It locked up what's his name's brain because he didn't think I was going to say that.
What's his name?
Right? You know who? Well, I don't speak to him.
Oh, okay, all right. But yeah, the definition of a market leader has changed. Like, PlayStation hasn't dictated any terms. When Phil Spencer came out and said, I believe in 10 years, exclusivity is going to mean less in our industry. Dude, man, it ain't even been 2. You know what I mean? Like, he's not saying that just to say that. He's saying that because people who they pay big money have already figured that out. And PlayStation, look, Nintendo's going to be right there too. Because I don't see this Switch 2 selling 150 million units, not 450. They better come out with a $300 model if they can, because otherwise it's not going to move the same way. But PlayStation's not selling enough games. Xbox ain't selling enough games. They're not selling enough consoles. So what they had to do, they had to move to other platforms. I was all for it. You know what? Hey, screw it. I wanted them to just bury PlayStation as a console warrior. I wanted them to make Call of Duty exclusive, and we know that it was on their mind because the initial offer was like, what is it, 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
And then they made it 10. And then they say, you know what? F it. 10 years for everybody. It ain't doing nothing but making us more money. So, like, they can fight that war of attrition with PlayStation and do these exclusives that people really don't even care about. That's the whole thing, man.
You know what you're implying with that part right there, what you just said? It's like, as they were offering the year from the 3 years to 10, right? It seemed to me back then, and I'm reminded of it as you told the story, right? That, like, Microsoft was realizing in the middle of the deal, like, wait, it doesn't even freaking matter. Okay, have 10, whatever, bro. Like, okay, right? Because they're only thinking about, in certain aspects, in 3 years. In certain other aspects, of course, they're thinking, 5 years and even others still for 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So probably when they made that first offer, they were thinking about just the next 3 years, right? At that time, and they realized, oh yeah, well, the next 10 years even, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing, duh. So, like, and it was also to prove to all the, like the EU and whatnot, like, no, Microsoft isn't trying to do any of the things that Sony is saying, and we can prove it here, have 10 years. Hey, everybody can have 10 years, it doesn't matter. Like, that just goes to show, how much what they said really that they meant it. And it,
bro, when they first started putting games on PlayStation, I said, man, Microsoft's about to eat PlayStation from the inside out. The ponies were like, oh, you crazy. I said it in spaces. They are. Then after a while, I was like, oh, they're at the top of the charts. Look at Microsoft with the Trojan horse. Like, yeah, whatever. That's not even half of it. You know what I mean? They're gonna make more money. They're gonna take over their platform. They already Activision was already the biggest one outside of Epic. And EA, but then you have all the other games that come. You know what I mean? Your Dooms and things like that. They're all just chipping away. Look at it's to the point now. I told y'all, Xbox is about to relegate PlayStation to just being Steam. I know Steam players love Steam, but Steam don't do much or nothing. They got those 3-4 live service games, and that's about it. Where your Half-Life at? We can't even get a new Portal. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen. What I'm gonna say is actually new. So what? For Steam, in the point you're making, you're right? But that's because for Steam, they're okay being a platform because one of the main things.
No, I'm not gonna let you defend Steam. What I'm talking about is PlayStation.
No.
PlayStation. I'm not defending Steam. This is what I'm saying. PlayStation has already come out and executed part one of what I said, and they said, "Oh, we're gonna do one big game per year. They're gonna do
Right.
less and less because they don't have room to compete. It's like their platform is no longer theirs. Where are your Last of Us gonna fit? Where's this Heretic gonna fit when Xbox is bombarding your players and you already had third-party dominance on your platform? So then you know what? We're not gonna spend all this money for these games to not sell. We're gonna try to make them big events like what your boy said, Colin Marty.
Not my
Dude.
boy.
Well, I couldn't get his name out. Colin Moriarty. You know, it's like every time PlayStation drops a game, it should just be an event.
No, but that's
Right.
what I'm saying. See, like PlayStation, just like Valve, doesn't really have much in the way of a software. At least you can say that Steam has a platform.
Steam got
PlayStation
live
is
service.
slowly
Steam got live
losing-
service games.
Well, yeah, they have that too. But what I'm saying in comparison to Sony, right? Steam has at least a platform that they're profiting from, right? What does PlayStation have, right? Like eventually, like the software they have that makes them unique, right? Will have all been on other platforms. And because they ran mostly on exclusives, now going that route eventually isn't going to work for them. Once we have all the juice out the fruit, what we need the rind for. That's
But then again, look at the slap in the face that Sony was doing. You pay to keep Final Fantasy off of all these platforms, and then you go put them on then you put your games on other platforms.
Yep.
Like they wanted to do the same thing to Crimson Desert. Like Crimson Desert said, now we'll publish ourselves because the message of the message of Microsoft is getting out, which is exclusivity is not a winning play. You need your games in as many places you can get them so that you can sell them to as many people as you can. So this whole
Sony has no games.
And I said this a long time ago that PlayStation was only going to be able to do time deals with AA who can't afford to bring their games to market or take them to the China hero. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna be able to just go buy out AAA games anymore. Square was the last one left. I said that at the beginning of the generation. Square was the last one left. I said when that domino falls, time exclusivity is over. But then I didn't see China coming. I didn't see Game Science coming. You know what I mean? And
who could have?
Well, I mean, we knew about Black Myth, but we didn't know that it was going to skip Xbox after announcing that it was coming to Xbox.
Right.
But that is a AAA game. But I don't think they're going to do that again.
No. That's the other thing. That's what I was going to join in to say. Like all the other publishers, I've learned this lesson now, and just like you said, Square was the last of them.
Yeah, they were the last AAA publisher to do it,
and that's why linked into what I was saying. Like PlayStation doesn't have anything, but their exclusive that is exclusive to them, right? That are first party or whatever. Those are limited, and there's not enough for them to just put on all platforms and not have new iterations, which is also a problem out of them. They literally have no software, not even new iterations in old franchises, which has been a talking point for 10 years plus, right? So against, on PlayStation and their strategies, I mean, right?
Yeah,
so now,
big gulp.
Yeah, that was realist, I think. So basically, I'm saying like Steam could survive like that. At least they're a platform. What's Sony gonna do? They're not building any of that. Microsoft is building a platform. Nintendo's off in the corner doing their own thing, and I agree with you. I don't think they're gonna sell as many as they did with the first Switch, but I'm sure they'll do okay. For now, anyway, I do reserve the right to change my opinion. It's really too early, and they're really too successful at this early point to really say one way or another. We'll have to see. But I mean, it just goes to show everything you're saying, right? But like, also, like I said before, because what you're saying is basically what I said before in a different manner. Like, we've seen this coming all along. Once you pay attention to all the parts of the puzzle, you notice the ways they were moving and how the pieces fit differently. And it's where it adds up to everything you've said so far, Realist. It just is what it is. I mean, it's not a good look for Sony. They need software. And I'm telling you, that day, that E3 when they showed off not Ghost of Yotei, the original Ghost of Tsushima, and that took up the majority of their E3 showcase, right? And they had it where it was like multiple venues,
3 years,
right? And dude playing music, and it would move it, and it would move the audience elsewhere, and another dude be playing music, and then show more footage of just the one game. I'm like, yo, they killing, they stalling for time, bro. They don't got nothing to show. And it has, and they really haven't shown anything two majors since then. It's been like, I don't know, like 6-7 years.
Well, then, because Last of Us and Ghost came out the same year.
Yeah.
And then they
Or
brought
whatever
out
that
a
was.
remake for PlayStation 5. Dude, they showed Ghost of Tsushima for 3 years. That's when I, and then all of a sudden they don't want to do E3 anymore. Like, cause they don't have anything. And definitely they don't want to show up the day before or the day after Microsoft has these blowouts every year. It's just gonna look so bad for them going out there. I know y'all seen Harlem Nights, right? When they're trying to kill quick, and you seen the Sick, right? Harlem Nights.
Man,
that's my favorite line.
On time.
That's my favorite line.
Okay, so you remember he's hiding in the store.
Stop it!
And
Stop
every
it! Don't do that no more.
Yeah. That's what PlayStation is, right? It's like Xbox coming with these Tommy guns, and then PlayStation. That's all they got.
Yep.
On the same stage as Microsoft, and then Microsoft has their own venue. Mm-hmm. It's just gonna highlight how bad they're looking. So it was smart for them to get away. It was smart for them to get away.
Yep.
Punny
so
saying,
PlayStation. Well, go ahead.
I didn't know they were doing this, but what do you guys think about Xbox building something like PlayStation Home?
I didn't know they were doing that.
I didn't know they were doing that either.
What do you say?
They should have had PlayStation Home for their VR thing. They should have had that. Like PlayStation Home should have kept evolving. Well, they should have had one last generation for PS4, like a new version, an updated version, right? That continued on, that maybe even supported the VR, and then even updated still for this generation, having supported the VR, right? Like that was a move that I noticed from back then, but nobody wanted to hear me when I was talking about VR.
I don't know. Was it a thing last generation? Because, I mean, they took it out, right?
No, it was only in the PS3. They didn't have it
PS3?
for the PS4. That's what I was saying. They should have had an updated one for the PS4, right? And continue it on, but they never did.
Yeah.
Now, if Microsoft is doing something like that, I don't know. I don't even know if they need to. But
no, he said they're not going. They're not going, but I want them to. He wants a little emojis running around somewhere. Xbox Home.
It's my Xbox avatar.
Then we got Helldivers coming out in a couple weeks, dude.
Oh yeah, I got the PC version all ready to go. And now
the
last trailer. The last trailer, did you hear? I didn't see it where in the trailer.
Oh, something about ODST?
Yeah, man, they're hinting at an ODST crossover, which I mean has to happen, bro. Has to fucking happen. What do you think? Easy money. Easy money.
It's easy money, what I'm saying? Man.
Listen, all the DLC bullshit we're talking about, we're buying that skin.
Yes.
Buy that skin, then you fucking go. You listen, man. That's why I don't like the Fortnite
right?
stuff.
Man,
they
fucking skins are stupid.
Man.
But you know what? I'll buy the ODST.
Yeah, because they're Fortnite. Listen, man, all them comic characters. Yo, they be listen. If you're a fan of certain shit, Fortnite got you, bro. Yeah. They really do. Yeah. I don't fuck with the game. You heard my complaints about it, but I'm not gonna knock its success and nothing like that.
No.
Except for the fact that it stole its whole flow from PUBG. Word for word, bar for bar.
I tried to get into PUBG. I couldn't get into it. I bought it when it came out on Xbox. It was trash on Xbox when it first came out. I'm sure it's all smoothed out now, but I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, it was alpha back then.
And then with Fortnite, I'll play it if somebody really wants to play with me, but it's not something I'm into. Right? Well, everybody has their different skins. I always have default. I got the default skins.
Yeah, man. But in Call of Duty, the skins just like at first the type of skins they used to do were cool because they fit within the Call of Duty motif, but then they tried to do what Fortnite is doing.
Yeah.
And that's when I think it went too far with Call of Duty, right? With Terminators and all this
like
other
I
wild
play in
shit.
lobbies where we had lobby chat or group chat. And people are impressed with like, oh my God, you got the Mystic assault rifle. I'm like, what does it got to do with anything? It doesn't do anything other than looks.
Well, I would say though, with certain weapons and things like in Halo 3, if you get all the achievements, you get the sword on your back, right?
Yeah.
and that's, it's representative, like you've completed the game completely, right?
Yeah.
And people know that just from
it's
seeing you
called
have
Black
it. That's
Matter.
when
People are like touting over Black Matter skin in Call of Duty. That's what it was.
Yeah. Probably you have to do something crazy to unlock it, even if you pay for it. Like you gotta, unlock 10,000 some bullshit to unlock it.
I
And it
guess
takes
I'm
a lot
hard
of
to impress
headshots,
because
some
like,
shit like that.
Just
So,
because you grinded and got whatever super skin that you got, that I'm supposed to be down on my knees and be like, yeah, way to go, dude.
You know why? Because when that was a new thing, it was a rare thing. It was only like 1-2 items you could get, right?
Yeah.
And so it was a special thing. But then they put it onto too many things, right? And tied it into a DLC that you buy in the first place to even have access to it, right?
Yeah.
That's when it lost what was special about it.
Yeah.
Like that sword in Halo, right?
Yeah.
You can't pay for that sword in Halo. You have to get all the achievements,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's not an easy task either, right? So if you do it, you're a certain level of Halo player, right?
Yeah.
You've been there, done that. And but it's just that one thing. It's not a bunch of things here and there, and all of a sudden Master Chief looks like the Terminator, right? With a fake arm and stuff,
Yeah.
right? It's not all of that. They took a good idea and they ruined it in the sake of profit and stuff like that. That's what it is. That's always what it is that kills a good thing. But at the same time, I want that ODST.
I want the ODST and Helldivers.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. Give me that. The original ODS. Yes, give me that.
Oh yeah, man. I'm the same way. Give me that ODST. But see, it doesn't make it look goofy though. It kind of stays within the aesthetics of Helldivers. You know.
That's what I was saying with Call of Duty. At first, Call of Duty was the same way.
Helldivers look like a rip off of Halo.
Right, and then and then they tried to copy Fortnite. That's what happened. I think that was the point. I think exactly when, right? They started to copy Fortnite and tried to get that Fortnite money with all the celebrity shit, and they were already doing it in the ads, like I was talking about before.
Yeah.
It all fits, in theory.
But no,
yeah, man, Helldivers, can't wait to see that, bro. Can't wait to see that.
No,
I already got.
You gonna get it? You gonna get it, Sick? Oh, you say you already got it?
Yeah, I picked it up on PC when they announced that shit.
Yeah,
it's a fun
I
game.
didn't buy it.
No, we'll have to play. Yeah, we'll have to play. It's a fun game.
I just enrolled in the beta, so if y'all gonna play this weekend, I'll play it.
I'll be around.
How many weekends is it gonna be?
Yeah, we play.
I think
it was last weekend and this week.
Yeah,
it's last one.
Starting today, or it already started.
Yeah, it started today.
Until Sunday.
So it's active right now.
Yeah.
But it's only live on the weekends, though, right?
Yeah, it's live on the weekends. Yeah.
Well, this is gonna be the only weekend left, right? Until launch.
Yeah, October 10th.
Yeah.
In fact,
unless they want to throw us a bone and give us another weekend.
Yeah, that could happen. I doubt it though. I think they got all the data they needed, but if they need more, they'll do it. I mean, it's happened before. We'll see. Well, hopefully that would be cool. But anyway, on the EA app, it's the same name you see everywhere else. You can see. You guys send me a friend invite. Of course, you two as well. We'll link up.
So it's crossplay.
Yeah, it's crossplay. Yeah,
it's crossplay. Yeah.
The X.
See,
and the
everything
at the game bar. So yeah, that's why I picked up Helldivers on PC. I got the game bar from my Xbox homies, and I'm sure the game has cross-platform chat.
Everything Microsoft champions, it comes. It comes to pass.
So while we were playing Battlefield 6 over last weekend, it was a mix between Xbox and a PC guy that we had in our group, right? So we used Discord. We created a little Discord channel for us to drop in and chat with each other because of the PC guy. Because it's like, okay, he's not on Xbox, right?
And Discord is also on console. That's right.
So check this, because I rarely use Discord on Xbox. I mean, that was like the most I've ever used it on Xbox, just because of the PC guy. But I remember in the past when I went to QuakeCon and I tried to use my headset, there was way too much background noise because of all the talking that's happening at the BYOC, right? There's a lot of noise in the background because there's 2,000 people in there. I mean, it's going to be noisy at some point. And my microphone always picks up on it. Dude, there was no background noise when we were in Discord. The background elimination, whatever they do, the noise filter was amazing.
Noise cancellation, yeah, it's really good.
It was on point. That we heard each other clearly, like good, like you're supposed to. No background noise. So that was a good thing. But yeah, just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Like I be doing a lot.
Just saying. I'll try to jump in some Battlefield tonight.
So you can play it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
right now.
You got to
download
code. Get that code.
I thought it was only on the weekend.
Oh no, it's fully open, so you don't need a code. That's
yeah, well, tomorrow's Friday, so yeah. Starts for the weekend.
Okay, I'm gonna see. Cause I just downloaded it. Yeah. But I asked you about it because I was nothing but Battlefield videos, and then like Call of Duty is finished. Call of Duty,
right. You see what I'm saying? Like all these stupid headlines. Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man. Look, but it's always popular to go after what's popular. And exactly. I looked at some of these view counts. I'm like, man, y'all tune in to watch this crap.
That's what I said.
You know what I mean? But like, I watched one person talk about how what Battlefield does well, and I think that there's room for both of them. I just think that if you, because I play with my niece Tech, and my nephew, and so like my nephew, he's on PC now. He's not on PlayStation, so he's starting to gain a liking for the PC style strategy games that need you to think. And then my niece, she's up front. I don't want to think. I just want to play. I just want to shoot. Like she don't want to play like what is that thing called? Where you have to go to the bomb, search and destroy. She don't want to play none of those modes in Call of Duty, any of those modes. She just wants to do free for all, team deathmatch, crap like that. And there are more players like her than players who want to go strategize and coordinate. Because most of the time on Call of Duty, man, you get a random guy. He's trying to coordinate with the team. Nobody has mics. The crazy thing is everybody has mics. They just don't want to talk. They just want to go shoot. And it's just like Halo, because we were talking about Halo earlier. I never thought that Halo would have a lot of room with these kids. Because one thing I noticed about Call of Duty, if you get a bullet on a dude and he kills you, but then your teammate cleans up, you get credit for the kill too. Everybody gets to feel like they're a winner. And you don't get that in Halo. It's coordinated, and you got to get yours in. Are y'all there?
Yeah, you're right. That is how it is.
Oh, it just got really quiet.
No, you were talking.
Hear the little background music. Oh, y'all, hey, when I talk, people always got something to say. But I'm not used to that. But no, everybody feels like a winner in Call of Duty. Everybody's not going to feel like a winner in Battlefield or Halo. Fortnite, they even put bots. If you can't compete with people, you can go shoot at bots and feel good about yourself. So it's just they're two different games, two different, I guess, demographics that they're going for. And I think it's room for both.
Battlefield 2, by the way.
Oh, well, it shouldn't be now, huh?
Well, there's also a training that you can go into. It's a shooting range, but the training thing.
I was talking about like when you go out and play. You know what I mean? Like, but that's a battle royale game. Fortnite is.
But I think in Battlefield, like they plan to do that for Conquest when like a map is starting. There's only like 12 people. The map's like 64 or whatever, right? Like they have bots now that could fill in, right? Because bots are pretty good nowadays. Like, look at the bots that they had in Halo. Those were pretty damn good, right? In Halo Infinite. Particularly in the beta, like, they had certain names. And it was like, and remember, this was the beginning of the whole AI thing. And so it seemed like those bots had personality. And, like, their name kind of related to their style of gameplay. I don't know what they're doing with the bots in this game other than what I just said about in Conquest mode as fill-ins. But because it's an option with the server, I guess. But I mean, hey, that's a cool thing. But what a game that's similarly going to be as popular as this, finding a lobby with a lot of players, I don't think it will be that big of a deal. But it is something that they do have. I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, well, because Halo, you can go to training and you have the bots. I know that if I'm getting these headshots on the Spartan bots, I can go. I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? But
right,
I'm rooting for it because, like, honestly, now that Microsoft has Call of Duty, I root for it. But I did root for it before. I wanted something to dethrone it. Kind of like now, I want something to dethrone Fortnite. I really want things to go back to the way they were. Where we just got a game and then just try to drag us, with updates and battle passes. But it is what it is. As long as they keep making single player games, because eventually I think I'm gonna move to just doing single player, unless something comes out that I really like multiplayer, because of the fact of the way that they treat us as gamers, like with Piggy Bank. And I think Microsoft said this. I mean, you basically go into the same well with these games and battle passes. Everybody's going after the same well. We're not growing it,
I'll be right back.
and that's what a lot of people I hear on YouTube. They feel like they just approach us like piggy banks, just trying to charge us every time we turn around. And I'm not with that. But I'm rooting for Battlefield though.
yeah, man.
I'm rooting for PlayStation. Go ahead and put out a competitor too. But just like I've been making fun of PlayStation, if they go ahead and go multiplat, like all the way, especially with their multiplayer games, PlayStation fans should be rooting for this because you might get to see it. You might get to see your SOCOMs. You might get to see your Warhawks, your Mags. You might get to see those again if they go ahead and put a multiplayer. Because the reason why they're not making those games anymore is because not enough people were buying them on PlayStation.
That's right.
Simple as that. It's like if the game was selling, they keep making it. I've never seen a game come out and they sell 20, 30 million units and then they say, no, we're not going to make it again. They're gonna make Grand Theft Auto 50 if they can. They're gonna make Call of Duty Black Ops 20 if they can. It's just as long as the games are selling. So if these games come out and they sell, this is what PlayStation fans should be hoping for. This is what I said. We can't be like ponies. Like if when Hi-Fi Rush comes out and it's a dud, but everybody acknowledges how great it is, the people who played it. We shouldn't be mad that they brought the PlayStation. Why? Because we know that it didn't move enough units. And if we want to see a sequel, then that's the best chance at getting one. Hellblade. When I said this on Legal Show, they all got mad at me. Said, man, that game was a dud. Expect to see that on PlayStation in about 6 months. Took longer than 6 months, but expect to see it on PlayStation. I don't know how many units have outsold, but it's sold way better than Hellblade. I think it's over 1 million on Steam. That's the only, one that publishes the numbers. So it'll be on Xbox a little bit longer than Hellblade. But like if they move it over, it's because they need to move something. PlayStation sold like 600. How many? 6,000 of Horizon Lego on PC.
Yeah, like
it probably not 600,000, 6,000.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean Lego? Yeah. Lego Horizon.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, bro. I'm gonna look it up.
Sick can buy it. He's got the Switch.
No, thanks. But another thing that happened. So, the dude that I got the Switch with, right? He's a PlayStation guy, heavy PlayStation guy. And remember, I was saying we were having debates in the store, blah blah, when we was waiting for midnight and all that. So, I got a call from him yesterday. Guess who's gonna be the newest member of the PC Master Race? Yo, this is the thing I forgot to say. Like,
I noticed a lot of
PlayStation. They're leaving to go to PC. They don't want to get Xbox, right? Some of them are trying to cap for Nintendo, right? Some, but some of them are saying fuck it and just getting PC, which has been happening for a while. Particularly if you talk to like the dudes in Spaces I've been talking with for the past like 2 years, a lot of them have been moving to PC, but a lot of those guys were like Xbox guys. But now some PlayStation got but this is what's been happening. They're moving to PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
A PC, I mean, from PlayStation. Like they see the writing on the wall with Sony, bro, and they're just moving on. And he's not a dude who's plugged in. He don't be on social media, nothing like that. He's just a PlayStation dude, like a traditional PlayStation dude, right? Like PlayStation is all he knows, right? And so that's what he got. and he'll defend it to the death against Xbox. Xbox is trash, but he don't be on social media with the bullshit, right? He just believes that shit. But if a dude like him sees the writing on the wall and chooses to go PC, bro, that's not a good look. A dude who's default PlayStation, and they're leaving PlayStation, it's not a good look. Just goes to show.
Look, man, if you got the money, PC is the only thing that makes sense if you're a gamer. You know what I mean? PlayStation is about to go day and date to PC because it's necessary. You know, the longer you wait to bring your game to other platforms, the worse your sales cycle is. You miss the marketing rush in the beginning. You miss that initial wave of interest and conversation. Whereas PlayStation thought that they could sell consoles with it, people just find something else to play. That's something that I've been saying for years. There's just too many games out here for people to be overly concerned about one game, unless that game is Grand Theft Auto, because there's nothing else to compete, or Madden, because there's nothing else to compete with it. That's one of the reasons why I believe that Microsoft said, you know what, let's just keep it on PlayStation, because you wouldn't. How many people do you expect to sell the PlayStations? I know maybe you expect about 30 million to sell the PlayStation, maybe 20 million to sell the PlayStations, so they can play Call of Duty. The rest of them are just going to move over to Fortnite. You know what I mean, and make Fortnite more of a game that they play. So it just doesn't make sense, bro. They have to start getting these games sold, because when you take 2 years to bring them to PC, you can't sell them for full price. The only game they sold for full price was Spider-Man, because it's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like when Horizon dropped, it wasn't full price. Days Gone, of course, wasn't full price. God of War, either the God of Wars weren't full price. So you miss that extra $10 that you could sell the game for as well. You miss the interest, because I think Final Fantasy sold like 1.4. Oh, and Lego Horizon sold 13,000 with a peak of 600 players. And zero people. What? Man, please. And zero people playing right now. You know what I mean? So it's like your boy, what's his name? The one that they all love, Shu would say, "Oh, it's like printing money." Yeah, but you could be printing a whole lot more money.
Yoshida.
Shu. I can't call him Shu. I can't call him Shu.
No, you said what's his name? I don't know.
And then I said Shu.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, and so like he's like printing money. Like Xbox understands this, and PlayStation understands it too. But PlayStation has perception to protect as well. But I just don't see how much longer they can hold out, especially if you're going to bring out one game per year. Maybe they shorten the window, but nobody's going to drop their PC to buy a PlayStation. Nobody's going to drop their PC to buy a Switch or Xbox either.
Yeah,
right. And that's the thing. Your PC is the overall winner, low key. Not even low key anymore.
Not low key, bro. It's okay. Okay. They might come to Xbox, right? We got people basically taking the opportunity to rub it in PlayStation fans' faces on YouTube because of a job posting. But we know they're coming to PC. We know that Xbox games on PC day one. We know that third party is already there. We know that your JRPGs don't skip PC. You know what I mean? So what's the point? And it's to a point now. It's to a point now to where if Sony or Xbox wouldn't do an exclusivity deal to cut out PC, they're not that stupid. But PlayStation would. So it's getting to a point now where the way PlayStation wants to do it, where we pay to keep Xbox out. Now they're not. Now it's like you got to pay to keep PC out, because I guarantee you that Square didn't consider PC, right? And now they will. Everybody's going to consider PC. So PlayStation's going to give up on these timed exclusivity deals. And I'm rooting for them. Like I said, they what is it? Deviation failed. Now it's Dark Outlaw Games. They don't want Xbox to have that leverage over them. That's what it is. So it's like, as long as it's so dominant on the platform, Xbox still runs them. Because a lot of people say, oh, they're taking 70%. We don't even know what they're taking. It could be 80. It could be 75. We already know that Activision, because all Microsoft said is we're offering you a better deal than Activision offered you. Right? We don't know what the cut is. And eventually that cut's gonna get cut. You know what I mean? Because eventually, once the gamers are looking for the next gears.
Forgot about that part. Yeah, they're getting a better cut with Microsoft than they did with Activision for Call of Duty.
Yeah, but we don't know what the cut is.
No. But even despite not knowing that, and to replace that with X in the equation, that's still, you know what I'm saying? That's a major thing to the point you're making.
Yeah. So, but Xbox still has that leverage, and that's what PlayStation really doesn't want. So now it's just time to play ball. But PlayStation's not ready to compete on an even playing field yet. If they're only bringing out one game per year, that's not enough. The games are gonna get lost in the sauce. For the most part, I mean, that's why they'll take these deals from Disney. They need something recognizable because they killed Last of Us.
They don't have no software. Like eventually,
well, they
will run out.
They allow Neil Druckmann to kill Last of Us.
Right, but
Joe should have went on for at least another 2 games.
No doubt. You ain't getting no argument from me. But this is what I was saying all along, and it's led to this now. That even this can't work for them long term because they don't have that much to give onto multiple platforms. It's have backlog shit, and the older it is, the less. You know what I'm saying? Just like you're saying, like if it's not day and date, then they're fucked because then it's just old shit, right? That's not even full price no more, right? Which they don't even get. That's the same situation they get with some of their own games, like Horizon and shit. After a while, it's bundled in and shit, and they're not making that full price, right? But like, they don't have a backlog of stuff to publish that's worth publishing like that. So eventually, they're fucked without new games. Like, I mean, they don't have the ability, it seems like, to make anything new. So they're fucked no matter what. They're making this money now, right? Off of this stuff on multi-platform, but eventually that will run out. And if they don't do anything intelligent with this added profit, right, to change the direction, they're fucked. Still, I don't see any other way how that's not true.
Well, like I said, day and date has to come, right? And they don't have control over the pricing on PC. That's another thing, because on there, we already know they've been taking advantage of their own customers. So
yeah, but what do they have to give day and date? What's left?
Whatever's coming, bro. Like Ghost of Yotei is one that should have been on PC, right? Because Ghost of Tsushima is probably their best selling game. It's either that or Days Gone. I can't. Nah, I think it's Horizon. First Horizon.
Okay. Yotei is a good one. I'm not gonna lie. That's the first big.
No, you ain't give me the knock. You can't give me the knock because what's my boy name from Houston? Unlimited.
Yeah.
I was on the show with him and he was like, Ghost of Yotei is trash. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima is trash. Like, bro, you can't love Assassin's Creed as much as you do and then take a dump on Ghost of Tsushima, bro.
That's not. Yeah, right. I agree fully.
Yeah, right? It's like it's basically Ghost of Tsushima. It's basically Assassin's Creed, the same formula.
Right, and I have nothing against that game, which is why I'm saying, okay, that's a good one, right? Okay, besides that, but that's the only thing they've had all year. Like they literally
they don't have nothing.
Exactly.
They had held out.
Exactly. They're fucked. So the whole point of doing stuff day and date on PC, they have nothing to do that with already.
Well, no, they don't have any. I'm just saying coming up. Look.
But what's coming up?
Look. Well, I mean, the China Hero game. Those are on PC. We don't know what they have working. Like I'm hoping for the PlayStation faithfuls that are SOCOM or something like that, or even the game that they canceled with the cars, Twisted Metal. I'm hoping for them that one of those games is being worked on by an outside studio, because
I hope that for years. This is the thing. We have been saying this stuff for years, and it's just here now. It's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Really? Like they're still stuck with. They still weren't work. Well, they were working on something. They canceled almost all of them. What's left? Almost nothing. Like 1 game, maybe 2 games, 3 maybe at the most. Like they're proper fuck because eventually they won't even have anything new to put day one on PC because they don't have anything new. They're not putting on like where's the software? Right? And when they show that where's factions that clip for was it Jabari or whatever? Or Persona, right? When he's like, where's factions? Where is this stuff? Right? Like, bro, for real,
coming.
where? When? Like, yo, they
it's still
need
coming.
This is a bad year for them, bro. If this was Microsoft, you know what they would be. Yo, if this was this is a point I haven't made in a minute, yo, and it's hitting hard right now. Like, yo, if this was Microsoft's position this year, bro, where they put out nothing but one game is coming, goes to Yote. Yo, the year before last was not this bad for Xbox. It wasn't. They had games out by this point.
Look, as much trash as everybody talked about Xbox, I mean, 2022 was pretty bad, man. That was one of the years where
bad. It was bad.
That was one of the years when they told me to sell my Xbox. That was one of the years.
Yeah, no doubt. But a year where they had nothing, that never happened. That's happened.
What was it? Was it they had Pentiment and Grounded beta? You know?
Yeah.
No. They released the full. They released the full version or whatever of Grounded. Like it was lean, bro. But dude, PlayStation. But PlayStation, bro, they gotta start. I'm hoping for PlayStation fans, bro, because otherwise, bro, like I ain't gonna lie, man. Well, I've always felt sorry for them because the hardcore, the only thing they can really celebrate is console sales.
Yeah.
Right. And game of the years. Right. Because they bring out. PlayStation never had
nominations for a game of the year, not even a game of the year.
Well, no, they was winning. I mean, they were winning. Xbox didn't win any. That's what they always clung to. Like what is it? Last of Us won one. Ghost should have won it. Astro Boy should not have won it, but it won. You know, and that's what they clung to. But when PlayStation would bring out 2 games tops from first party, but media and fans would give them credit for third party games.
Right.
But their first party was always light.
You're right.
And at the beginning of this generation, I said it's going to get exposed because Xbox had Bethesda along with the other Xbox studios, then Activision. But see, Activision was mainly COD and King games. Plus their publishing. They don't really do much because Toys for Bob and everybody was pretty much making Call of Duty. But I knew that when they got Bethesda, because Bethesda's games don't move, right? I love them all, right? Rage, what's another one that came out? Avowed. That's not even that's Obsidian.
Wolfenstein games.
Wolfenstein, Machine Games. Of course, that game. And then you know what I'm saying? I love the ZeniMax Studios games, but they don't really move. Like a lot of people didn't even play Rage.
That's right.
A lot of people don't even like Rage 2. They liked Rage 1. You know, most people didn't even play Dishonored. I think Dishonored moved 2 million units.
I didn't play Dishonored. I own it. I didn't play it.
Yeah, everybody, man, they were giving away for $2.99. So a lot of people own it. Yep. It's just like when Outer Worlds 1, it's like I saw it for $1.99 on key sites.
Oh, wow.
And then the next week I saw 5 million sold. It's like that's the same thing PlayStation been doing though. Not for $2. Been Last of Us was $9.99. You know what I mean? They selling these games for the low and then hype up the overall numbers and don't talk about how low they had to sell the games for.
Yeah.
You know, so hey, I'm hoping that PlayStation, because look, I got some faith that Xbox wouldn't be dirty. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want either of the Japanese companies to be the only ones out there. You know what I mean? Because they are so dirty, the Japanese companies. Yes. Like the way Nintendo treats customers, the way PlayStation treat customers, and they're currently getting sued for it. Xbox couldn't do it if they wanted to, for one. But I think that it would be in better hands if Microsoft was the only one. I don't necessarily want there to be only one. I need something to fight about when I'm not playing games.
Yeah, I had the same conclusion as you. It's better off if it was Microsoft, right? If it was all in their hands. But at the same time, I don't want it to just be only one. I don't want them to be the Highlander, but you feel me?
There could be
But
only
like,
one.
yeah, right. But like, of all the ones I would trust, I don't want to trust Nintendo. We know how dirty they are, and Sony, you know, they sat at their foot, and you know, read their notes, right? So they did what they did. So it's just Microsoft who truly never really did any of that shit. And as much people want to talk shit about Microsoft in these past, like since the turn of the millennium, like bro, this is a different Microsoft. They're not like evil like that. There's too many eyes on them. There's too much regulation and just eyes on. They're just not doing certain shit. And it's just not worth it anyway to make this money. People hate them anyway, and they know this, right? So they move different, and it works for them.
Plus every other week they're the most valuable company in the world. So it's like keep your good image.
The storm. They seem to have a motivation to do what they're doing the way they're doing it, right?
That's when they blew Altuve. What's he do?
They're not
being nothing but bombs.
Yeah. They're not being evil. Like I can't knock it, bro. Like they're a gigantic corporation. I don't trust them as far as I could throw there, right? But I'm saying though, like who's doing the dirt in this industry? I can't say it's Microsoft.
All right. Let's get going. Guys.
Yeah, man. Get going, guys.
Let's get going.
Hey, did you cover all the topics? Man, we go off on tangents. Did you go through all your topics?
Yeah, we did. It was just two of them. It was just two of them.
The Battlefield and QuakeCon.
Yeah, QuakeCon,
Battlefield, QuakeCon, PlayStation being a follower. They're not the real market leader. They're only the market leader by profit. But I've been pointing out, when I've been seeing these graphs, bro, they make 30, 28, 27 every year, and they profit like 1.7, 2.1. Like, that's horrible margins. But I don't need to be an expert.
Let's try to play some Battlefield tonight if you guys are up for it.
Yeah, just send me a friend invite. You know the name.
Yeah.
So I say on all platforms.
We'll link up on the Twitter.
Well, I'm launching it now.
All right, I'm gonna finish up some things here with the kids, and then I'll ping on.
Yeah, I gotta finish up some things here too, and then I'll be
Twitter, on a Twitter group.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Let's do this,
fellas.
man.
All right,
everybody. Bye. Peace.
Leroy Jenkins. Peace.